Hey, welcome to Wolf's Watch. I'm Wolf, and it's great to have you here. Today's June 6th, 2022. And you know what? On this day, you've probably heard this already because there's been a lot of talk about it. On this day in history, this was D Day. This was the launch of D Day. In, let me looking over here, 1944. Yeah, let me share this with you real quick. Now, just been thinking about that. It's hard to escape that kind of history, that level of history. And this is courtesy of Britannica.com. Great place for information, for history, for all kinds of stuff. I've been a Britannica fan, had a set of Britannica, um, bought a set of Britannica encyclopedias when I was in graduate school. And I have no affiliate relationship with them. I don't get a dime for this. I've just always appreciated their information products, the knowledge that they bring to the table. So it's just the Normandy invasion, D-Day, when the Allied forces began to take back Europe from you know who. And you know what? That's just someone that can, let's just classify that as a person not to be named, name who's not to be spoken. And it's just a massive day in history where we see so many people gathering together to fight back against the forces of evil. No other way to put it. And it's something that was very appropriate in those days. You think about what happened right before that, the decade before World War II. We had the Great Depression, globally impacted the world. The big boom led to in the 20s. Stock market crashed 29, but it was even worse in the early 30s. There was another bump. It was even worse during FDR's administration that really put the economy in dire straits. Then global conflict arose out of the economic chaos, and there we were, World War II, and this was the day that the end really began for victory in Europe. And very much so those times, it was this is something I got from my friends in the military was tough times create tough men. Tough men create good times. Good times create soft men. Soft men create tough times. And so the wheel of history turns. So we're living in interesting times right now. Where are we on that wheel? Where are you on that wheel with your business, with you personally, your life, your business? How are you doing with that? Something that been harping on recently is about inflation on Wolf's Watch. I was always watching for, like I say, as leader of the pack, always watching for those things to bring back to you the food to feed your mind that will help you advance your business in the current economy. And next week, we are going to have an inflation negation challenge. Yeah, no, it's kind of corny, but it does sort of roll off the tongue, doesn't it? Inflation negation challenge. We'll have some more info on that if you're interested. Put it in the comments, and I'll send you a direct message for the link to register for that. This is complimentary. There's no charge for this. We're going to do this over 5 days. We're going to spend 60 minutes a day talking about what it takes to negate the effects of inflation on your business and begin working on that. Now, in that amount of time, I'm not saying it's not doing business turnarounds, not going to make your business completely inflation proof. However, you will be able to identify where you need to shore things up, what you can do immediately to begin pushing back against inflation and negating the inflation effects on your business. Where you got rising prices, customers pulling back, supply chain disruptions, all kinds of things happening. We'll talk a lot about that. And it's all based on best practices. What has worked for other companies in similar circumstances. So that's the Inflation Negation Challenge starting on June 13th. Right here, be part of it. D-Day. Other than that, don't really want to say that. That's part of what we're doing. Look at what can it do to be of service in the current economic conditions. We've got business leaders like the CEO of JP Morgan saying there's an economic hurricane on the horizon, and they're advising their clients and their business units on how to prepare for that and weather it. So, looking for ways to help you through that. And think, the best way I can be of service is to bring what I've learned to the table, open for discussion. And what I'm finding in other sources as I'm doing more research on what works, to add to that experience that I've had in working with companies over the years that have been in similar situations where they're getting that price squeeze, like you probably are right now as an entrepreneur. So hope all is well for you. Hope always reflect a little bit on D-Day, because my dad Rodney was in World War II. It's in the Pacific Theater, wasn't in the European Theater of Operations, but this was such an important day for everybody, for mankind. And at that time, we all could be speaking German. Think about that. Well, hope you're having an awesome day. It's Monday. Have a marvelous Monday, and we'll be back again soon. See you tomorrow. And remember, Inflation Negation Challenge starts on June 13. Put in the comments for more information on that, and I'll send you a message with the details. Thanks for being part of Wolf's Watch. Looking forward to seeing you next week, and looking forward to talking with you again soon. See you.